Yo, what's up, guys? All right, so I have never ever done a reaction video, and I'm gonna start. So what we're gonna react to is the most nostalgic thing in every Call of Duty. Yeah, I'll link his description in the video or in the video below. Comment down below what I guess was your most favorite Call of Duty to play, whether it be nostalgic or which ones you can just really boot up.
Everybody has that one thing that makes them reminisce on their favorite Call of Duty. So today, I figured let's go over the most nostalgic moment in every Call of Duty. Let's dive in. Well, we have to start this video off with COD 4.
I'm gonna try and not pause as much either, but I'm definitely gonna have my take on every single one. This one, campaign, I'm gonna go with Gillied Up.
And there's many things that you think about with this game because it just brought so much to the table. But if you're like me, the campaign was absolutely special. So many iconic moments and lines. But was there anything that beat the all ghillie mission? I don't know. I was a teenager just absolutely pretty much crapping my pants playing this game, trying to hide from the people
right there.
laying down. Just so many awesome things with this. And let's be honest, how many times did you fail and the guy just would run right over you and you go like, wait a second, I'm following the guy in front of me. How is this happening? I don't know, man. COD 4, special campaign, special mission. We're still talking about this thing 20 years later almost. Next up,
Side note with that one, I read about that mission, and I think it was over Christmas break. One guy did that entire mission. Like, made it. I don't know about the artists or anything, like making the buildings and things like that, but one guy came up with that entire mission and kind of like basically made the entire thing almost. So
we got World at War. Now, if you're like me, I bought this game at Toys R Us. It was one of the first Call of Duties that I bought with my own money. And the first thing that I used to do going back to these CODs was I actually played the campaign first. And I know this is very different than it is nowadays.
This was the campaign that really,
it's just what I did. And once I planted that flag and beat the campaign, the cutscene happened. I remember that mission. And I went, what in the world is going on here? And this cutscene actually led to a zombie coming out of the cornfield. And then it was like it was just the scariest moment I think I've ever had gaming. And then it brought you into a brand new game mode called Zombies. And this was one of those things where some people don't know this. This actually had to be, the campaign had to be completed. So
you had to grind.
You couldn't just go to the Zombies game mode like you can today. It was actually discovered through beating the campaign. It was an Easter egg, and that is just so insane to me because that would never happen nowadays because of the internet and leaks and data miners and all that stuff. So
everything from a game can leak in about 24 hours.
As a what year was it? It was like 13 or something, 14. It was just amazing. Now, this was the cool part about it. The game mode got so popular.
I played this a lot with my dad. I played this a lot with my dad. It was just an
exciting time
on
that the developers actually put out an update.
Or no, PlayStation. I had it on PlayStation.
This game mode playable, and you didn't have to beat the campaign anymore. So it was a couple months after release, but I just think that's the coolest thing ever. It got so popular that they're like, okay, we're just gonna give it to you guys. Treyarch, you guys are amazing.
Trigg definitely has the best zombies.
Next up, we got Modern Warfare 2. I feel like this game was so iconic. There were so many things to choose from. There's really two that popped into my head when writing out my script. And number one, I don't know what this says about me as a person, but the No Russian campaign mission. Going through that airport and just kind of unleashing is probably something that I shouldn't say on a video. And honestly, it is crazy that they put that in a game. Yes, it's not very it's not like a proud moment that I enjoyed it. It was more the fact that they were just doing something different. And we should probably get off that topic as quickly as possible, but let's move on to the multiplayer.
That mission put Call of Duty on the map. That mission, that game, and that mission will never, that kind of mission will never ever happen again, ever.
And for me, come on now, I mean, it's quite simple. And
then you had the multiplayer where you have the best by far was the best maps, and best maps, and then you also have the best calling cards. You have the best emblems. Basically, just multiplayer was hands down the best.
To get a nuke in MW2 has got to be the
I think I got 2 nukes in Modern Warfare 2.
most nostalgic thing you can think of. And I know I've been thinking about this lately. Just the path to get this nuke was just so fun. You get the Harrier, then you get the chopper gunner, and then you get that nuke. I know some of you guys use AC-130, but what are we doing? Like the chopper gunner was
AC-130. I'd use a bunch of AC-130s.
I can't remember. Oh, Wasteland. I mean, when that popped up, Wasteland.
Definitely use it.
You're like,
definitely use AC-130. Enemy AC-130 above.
Just so fun. Okay, Black Ops 1 brings us to another Treyarch title, and maybe you're thinking to yourself, wow, I just can't believe I was circling the...
Campaign was good.
Maybe it's like circling the stage in the first Zombies map, or maybe it's like your first Wager match, or maybe it's playing Nuketown
this is where a bunch of...
These are some iconic maps, right? I don't think it's any of
stuff
those,
started to go down.
For me, it's quite simple. It is realizing...
Like, I can remember going into a mall, like the Outlet Mall, and like the video game kind of like pop-up stores that was in there was setting up like tournaments. I do remember that.
That at the main menu, this is an interactive scene, and you can break out of the chair by spamming your triggers. You can get up, and it was just the most mind-blowing thing to me ever. And then obviously you discover that you can go on the computer. And to me, I mean, I didn't really do a lot of YouTube back then, so I didn't really know.
I did not know you could do this.
And then once I discovered that you could type in codes, get the campaign.
Did not know you could do this.
Dead Ops Arcade. I mean, you want to talk about mind blowing? I mean, that was absolutely insane to me as a call. It's the best main menu in gaming history, and I don't know if it'll ever be beat. I mean, it's definitely
a good main menu.
And my gosh, can we get rid of the COD HQ, please? Modern Warfare 3 for me is pretty simple. This is the introduction of the Moab. It's, you know, a different take on the nuke.
Doing the campaign and like the spec ops
missions. Specialist in this game.
Specialist, yeah.
I don't know if I honestly can't remember if it was 25 or 30, but
I think it was 25.
Getting specialist, you felt like a super soldier. You were running around, you were just flying around the map, and I remember using like the PP90, I believe, and just...
Why is no one killing him?
Oh my gosh, that I'm not gonna lie, that was good. Also, my second like side note for this game would be probably playing 2v2 face-offs. Really wish they would bring that game mode back. I know they have gunfight, but face-off, like you got to choose your class. Why did we get rid of that? I don't know. Next up, we have Black Ops 2, and let's be real, there's just so much that's memorable about this game. And I mean, we have the campaign missions. You can kind of choose a different outcome.
It's either Black Ops 2 or Modern Warfare 2. That's the game that usually everyone is like, oh, what's the best Call of Duty game out there? So I am Modern Warfare. So
I'm playing this multiplayer all night. Like, it's so good. They had the introduction of ranked play or league play, whatever it was called back then. But I'm not gonna lie to you. Although the map is not the most loved, playing Zombies and the map Transit, I have so many good memories with that.
Still have it. Still have this game. And it works just fine. That me and my son will be playing that when it comes when he decides to pick up a controller.
That map, and
Zombies is the best thing that comes out of Black Ops 2.
Is getting on the bus, leaving your friends behind, and letting them fight their way through the denizens and the smoke and the fog. It was so fun. I miss everything about this game. Now, COD Ghosts, this one's tough because regardless of what you think about...
I did not play Ghosts. Did not. This is about where my transition from Call of Duty to like NCAA really started. I really started to get into sports and everything, so it didn't seem interesting to me, so I didn't play Ghosts. I think this is a transition to where I kind of fell off of Call of Duty.
About this game, this one obviously was not really well liked, but let's be real. The campaign was very, very solid. And a quick brief summary, Logan and Hesh, they defeat Rourke in that final battle, but then all of a sudden Rourke survives. He captures Logan, he drags him out of the picture, vows to make him a weapon for the enemy, and the game ends. It ends on a cliffhanger. And we're going, hey, next IW title, gonna be COD Ghost 2. We never got a COD Ghost 2. We got IW.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't love COD Ghost, but I would definitely like to see a second version finish this story. I doubt we'll ever get it though. Now we're on to the jetpack era, and we're gonna start this one off with AW.
Yep. This is where I stopped. I stopped because of this reason, because it was too futuristic. I'm still to this day more realism based. Black Ops was I think the last one because they started to get to like this futuristic stage, and I was like, I don't want to do that.
And I'm gonna admit something, guys. I
also back in high school.
This game. I know a lot of
like
you
middle
guys
school, high school, so I was like,
period, but that's okay. I enjoyed it. I love bouncing around. It was something different. And I think the one thing that I liked about this, and honestly, it's really not a good thing because it led to something really bad. But I enjoyed opening supply drops. I don't know
microtransactions.
Why. It's not good. It is not good. I should not be saying this out loud.
This is the game that started it all.
When I first got the Obsidian Steed, the Bow 27 out of the supply drop, you would have thought I won the lottery. And you didn't really win anything because it's just a gun in a game, but it was just fun, man. It was fun to open those supply drops, but now I know why, because it's literally an addiction and it's like a gambling issue. So that's probably not good. Black Ops 3 is a tough one for me because I almost had fallen out of love with zombies. I know most of you people are going, Shadows of Evil, T-Dog, Shadows of Evil, but I can't give it to Shadows of Evil. I was grinding multiplayer, and obviously we can't talk about the campaign. My goodness, what in the world was that? But
I didn't play
the multiplayer, I really don't have anything. I have nostalgia for the entire package.
Because I saw it and I didn't really.
Why haven't we got that remastered? The saturation.
It looked too arcadey.
Colorful,
I think,
bright, just
to me.
So fun to look at, and the weapons, VMP,
straight stuck
M8.
Damn.
I mean, we could talk about so many more too. The Weevil, just some random ones. The Man of War, the Razorback. I mean, my goodness, these were good. And then the camos. I mean, Treyarch knocked it out of the park with
Treyarch always does good camos.
It felt like it was very balanced. So this entire package in multiplayer just made for an overall great COD.
Yeah, like that. Seeing that would make me not want to play it.
Multiplayer COD.
Back then.
Now it's IW, and now, you know, you guys know the story.
Yeah, I didn't
with
do
this
it.
thing.
IW.
It's one of the most disliked games of all time. The trailer,
I did not do IW.
Trailer, it made Call of Duty release COD 4 Remastered because
I think this is when I started to go to the military.
So they made a deluxe edition. Not a good start, but
I just stopped gaming for a while.
I'm just gonna say the line that is gonna hit us all in the feels. Peace to the fallen. Also, side note, Ethan's the GOAT. Now, World War II brought us back to boots on the ground. I think I played a little bit of World War II, a little bit. That, you know, fire shotguns were the best thing about this game. No, I'm just kidding. Honestly, it's the HQ. Yeah, it's a borrowed idea from Destiny, and
I know what it was. So I was transitioning into going to the military when you have all these like futuristic games and everything that I really wasn't interested in. I didn't really play all of them. I think I played this one a little bit, but not much.
You know, but
so I can't really say about this one either.
Call of Duty did that where they copied somebody else and they made it really their own and unique and fun. I mean, we had the firing range. We had the ability to open supply drops in front of friends, which is kind of funny to think about that we did that. We had the quartermaster with daily challenges and all that stuff. We had a 1v1 pit. Somebody talking trash to you in the lobby. Hey, we'll see you in the lobby in the HQ and let's go 1v1. On top of that, there was like a theater mode that you could watch like MLG matches on. You could test streaks. And you can even just run around and slide on your butt if you wanted to. I mean, that's my kind of thing. I don't know why we have never ever seen this HQ system back again. I'm not talking about the new HQ. I'm talking about the old HQ, the first one that they did, the first one they tried. Let's go back to that one. Next up, we have Black Ops 4. Now, this is a very controversial title.
Didn't play this maybe because I was done with Treyarch.
Campaign. That's really the reason
that's
why
another
this
probably reason why I
part
didn't play
of this
it.
game mode exists, and that is Battle Royale. I, for one, was in the Battle Royale craze.
Black Ops 4 came out when I was in the military.
So I was so excited to see what Call of Duty was.
Black Ops 4 came out when I was in the military, and I remember because the whole Battle Royale craze had come on. I played Fortnite for a little bit. I could not get the building down, so I gave up on that immediately. But at the same time, I remember that Treyarch and Call of Duty and everything come out with this, and I was just like, I'm done with Call of Duty. Really hadn't really gotten into it. I was more into like Madden and NCAA and Assassin's Creed, and so I skipped on this one too.
Doing, and I honestly think with the small amount of dev time that they had for this product, it was unbelievable. Like,
I did hear this map was.
Let's just talk about the BR map itself. It
was good.
Is
amount of how many people.
The best BR map of all time. Dropping into some of those POIs, I still remember to this day, and I absolutely I loved the product. I wish they would have had more support for it,
really
but
good.
They just knew Warzone was coming and they just let it die. Side note, if this was free to play and cross play, we would still be playing it today. Now, Modern Warfare 19 is one of those games.
This is the game that brought me back. This is the game that brought me back. It was realism. It was close quarter combat. The missions were good. Like, this is the game that brought me back.
Honestly, it got us through a really, really tough time. And let's not beat around the bush. This game is not perfect by any means. There is a lot of decisions
This is the game
that
they call it lightning in a bottle.
Bad. But let's just go into some small things that I just remember about this game. Number one, grinding
campaign was the best.
With the boys. That
grinding
was so fun.
not grinding.
But I think
the campaign was the best.
Thing is the movement, the mechanics, the way the guns felt. I don't think we've gotten to a point where we've reached this level of how everything felt. And I don't know if we ever will, because I feel like this system was like it was almost like just this random chance that this happened. And it was like
they caught lightning in a bottle.
They just crushed it. And I don't even know if they meant to do it. And then on top of it, I mean, we cannot forget, they dropped Warzone a couple months later. And this thing just absolutely blows up the levels.
So Warzone is where the Potato Squad, the guys I run with, this is where everything started. I met them online with my Xbox. I had not switched to PC yet, but I met them on Xbox, and we kind of just had fun. So yeah, me, Samurai, Poop, and OJ all met on Warzone, and I've been playing with them for 3 years. We have we are best friends, and I would not change anything. I'm so glad Warzone came out just for that one reason.
I don't even think we knew existed. It really did bring Call of Duty back.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
I did.
Warzone
I really hope they bring 150 players back too.
But let's be honest. Call of Duty was struggling, and Warzone was the thing that kind of brought it back.
Yeah, they had 4
Infinity Ward was honestly, they were really in their bag in this title, and I don't know what happened after that, but we'll give them this one. Cold War. So
I played
some
Cold
of you guys
War.
are probably going to say zombies, campaign, multiplayer. I'm actually going to stick with the Warzone side of things, because I was still in that Warzone craze.
Yeah, Rebirth Island was the best portion.
Rebirth Island.
Even though it was kind of a reskin.
Resurgence just had
this.
It had me in a chokehold. I could not escape it. I loved it so much. It was like the
because Big Map had taken over,
vibe of Call of Duty,
and we were ready for something different.
End game of battle royale,
it's just fast paced,
and the situation's very dire. And I think it just blended perfectly. And Rebirth came at a great time. It came at a great time, giving us the ability to play that. And Verdansk was just an unbelievable.
Yeah, it was a good switch.
Also, I know that this is a remake. Okay, don't go, oh, this is not it. Stop it. I know. No. Next up is Vanguard. This one, I'm not gonna lie, is kind of tough. I don't have a lot of memories with this game. I don't think a lot of you do as well. You guys mostly vote this as the worst Call of Duty of all time. But for me, the one thing that popped into my head was the Godzilla bundle for the STG. That thing was absolute fire. I haven't.
This is the game that made us, the Potato Squad, get away from Call of Duty, because this is when Caldera dropped, and Caldera was so bad that we just got away from Call of Duty. We didn't, and a lot of streamers did. A lot of people got away from Call of Duty. You had a ton of people who just get out of Call of Duty and try to just find some peace because it was so bad.
Nostalgia for the MP40 and the STG and the Automaton. Like those 3 weapons. Honestly, Now that I think about it, almost the Vanguard weapons as a whole in the Warzone era, they were actually really, really fun to use. And the bundles were really good too. Marco 5 was another one. So let's go guns for Vanguard, which I don't know. Let me know. Is that all right? For MW2, I have to be straight up honest with you guys. Okay, this is a very, very honest moment for me. I think I played this and Warzone 2
this game
maybe a month, like the month of release. And by then,
Vanguard and Modern Warfare 2 is really what made streamers get away.
I went back to probably Modern Warfare
19,
honestly. So here's what we're gonna do. In the comments down below, if you have nostalgia for MW2, the new one, MW22, put your answer down in the comments. What do you have nostalgia for? Because I have nothing.
Put it down in the comments, and I want to.
I'm sorry.
I want to see
better, guys.
who actually
lastly, we finish off with
MW3
MW3. I think the game by the end has actually been a very solid COD. I think we will look back fondly on this game. And truthfully, what makes me nostalgic is just seeing the MW2 maps again in HD. I mean, let's be honest. Some of those maps were pretty solid back in the day. We really did enjoy playing them. And now we get to see them again. I wish it was under better circumstances. And there you have it. That's the most nostalgic thing in every Call of Duty. Let me know. How'd I do? Did I miss anything? Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed.
I don't think so. Yeah, guys, leave a like. Go to his channel, T-Dog Smitty. Go ahead and like his video. Yeah, go check it out. That was really cool. That was really good done. Really good job.